All right, we're going to watch Alicia's butterfly here. Alicia, while watching your butterfly, also make sure that you're paying attention to the notes that are in the email that Lynette has sent as well. Those are different things that you can look at sometimes before and after practice. Different tips and clues, things that we're seeing that you're doing really well, things that we're seeing that we'd like you to work on a little bit. So do make sure you kind of check those notes out. It's a great little tool, as well as the videos when maybe you don't have time to watch the videos. All in all, though, at least we really liked a lot of stuff with seeing a fly. Like right here, you can see how great your eyes are looking down at the bottom of the pool while you're not breathing. That's just a fantastic job of head position, and your two-beat kick here looks fantastic. Once we get after your turn here, we'll go ahead and go back through and see what it is that we're looking at and see what it is that we think we can help you with. Definitely not so deep into that turn, though. Okay, that was a little bit deeper than what we're used to seeing, but, that's okay. We can get that fixed easily. All right, so as we get back here, let's go ahead and pause, start right back over, and we'll kind of go from here. All right, the very first thing that we notice real quick is right here with your hand entry. We love how your hands are entering right at shoulder width apart. You can see that your hands are right about here and here, which is excellent. Your eyes are looking straight down, which is absolutely fantastic. And the other thing you can kind of see is a little bit low with your knees. As we get closer, we're going to see our body line where those legs are. We want to make sure those legs do get a little bit higher in the water. The other thing we see right here is this is a good strength right here. Excellent shoulders. Good job bending your elbows. But what we'd like to see you do is try and bend those elbows a little bit more in here and here so that really your thumb and your forefinger, your number one finger, are almost touching from basically your shoulders down to your hips. That's where you get the most strength from your butterfly. So you really want to make sure you really do a great job of pulling through, and that's where you kind of get that early breath as well. And that's where you want to accelerate all the way through. Good job of finishing. Again, that the head position looks good. Hand entry looks excellent. Now in your breath, you can kind of see this is a little bit, pretty much the lower part of your rib cage, and this is where your knees start to drop. One of the things you tend to do is you tend to kind of force that head back down, and a lot of it is because you're breathing a little bit too high. Make sure that chin just comes barely above the water. Don't come quite so high out of the water to take a breath. If you work on that, your hips are going to stay higher in the water, and your legs will stay higher in the water as well. But again, right here, you can see head is down, looking straight down prior to your hands entering the water, which is perfect. Now your hands are a little bit wider here after that breath. So, and we'll see that more above water, but let's make sure we're really thinking about those hand position, making sure it's not quite so big. Good head position there. The other thing we really do like, and let me get the next frame. We love how high you're keeping your hands in the water. Okay, this hand entry here is perfect. You do a great job of getting your head down here. Now, if we can keep those hips just a little bit higher and those knees a little bit higher, we're perfect. But we've got a really good power triangle, which is really kind of how we want to see your swimming butterfly when we look at the underwater. But again, like I say, those knees and those hips, if those are going to be up just a little bit higher, I mean, you're going to be exactly perfect. All right, so it's all about body position. Let's make sure we keep working on that. You're really doing a good job of getting your head down pretty quickly. Kick looks good there. But we kind of talked about just when you first came in. Look at how deep. Okay? I mean, you're diving for pearls, right? You're going way underwater here. We don't want to be quite so deep underwater as we're going into these turns. All right? Then you kind of see how you lift your head up. You start to cross your legs a little bit. That's good. But remember, we want to stack those feet, one on top of the other. As you're transitioning from one stroke to the next, you can see real quick that your knees are starting to go in a little bit of a downward position here. This hand is coming off behind your ears, which is perfect. But you want those knees, so your feet are right about here, and those knees are right about here and here as you're starting to push off that wall. Okay, you want to be a little bit more knees up on your side, not so much knees down on your stomach. And watch as you push off the wall, you're going to see you're completely on your belly at that point. Now, with that being said, like the angle you push off the wall with, that streamline is excellent. Okay, so you've done a very good job of working on your streamline. We absolutely love that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dolphin kicks. And not only that, the other thing that you did really, really well there and we're thrilled with, you waited for about 1.5 to 2 seconds before you started that first kick. And that is why right about here is where the flags are. And you're already more than a half a body length past that. By the time we get to that first stroke, you're going to see that you're well past where those flags are. Sorry, but keep adding in the extra line there. Okay, so your first stroke, here's where your feet are, there's where the flags are, you are right above it. The one thing, though, is it looks as if you're taking a breath on that first stroke. Yeah, work on not taking that breath. You know what, you're keeping your head down. Your head just came a little bit high. So you didn't take a breath, but your head came a little high. Keep that head down a little bit lower. Keep your chest down a little bit lower in that water. The other thing you got to be careful, and we saw that a little bit earlier, but right here when you take a breath, watch what happens with your feet. Back just a little bit. Okay, right there. So you're taking a breath, so your head above water, but look at your feet. That's a flutter kick. Okay, you got to make sure those feet stay together at all times. You don't want them to come apart. Do a good job of getting right back. And it's one of those things where I don't know that many people are going to see it, but you got to work on it. Good job, Alicia.